Okay, we're live on YouTube. Okay, guys, so welcome to the second part of this week's Forex market analysis webinar, Elliot Wave Weekly Market Analysis webinar. We got cut off on the first video, so we'll carry on this one. Okay, maybe it'll give us about some leverage to do a bit more on this one as well. So we spent about an hour on the first video. We can spend about another half an hour to 40 minutes on this one. So the last video ended when we were doing the yen pairs. Okay, so I had already done the US dollar JPY. Okay, but maybe just to review it, because now it's about 12 hours later since I did the first video, we can just have a look at it and see how it's playing out now. Okay. So you can see US dollar JPY, as I said in the previous video, we were getting this deep correction here. Thought it was going to be deeper, but obviously not. But that's not a problem. We keep selling the flags. I've already updated this one on TradingView as well. Still good to go. Right, so just remember that it's not risky to buy it right now at the bottom, because at any point you may get the deep correction. It may not happen. It may go all the way. But if you're selling it here, remember you need to sell low, buy high. Buy low, sell high. Okay, but now it's dropping nicely from this flag. Okay, we're just reviewing this one. Right, so let's carry on with the rest of the yen pairs. Let's just clear everything over there. Right, so if there's any questions, just ask, but just don't say, can you please do which pair, because I'm going to try and do all the pairs. Maybe at the end, when I've done all the pairs and there's one that is missing, you can just then ask that. But if there's any issues, please do let me know. Right, so that's US dollar JPY, looking good there. Right, CAD, let's do CAD as well. CAD-JPY. So it on there. Right, so that is CAD. Let's try to look at it bit higher time frame than this. Right, so there is a impulsive move on CAD-JPY. As you can see, you've got a 1, 2. There's the 2 hidden over there. 1, 2. Should actually be these 2 here, which is a regular with a regular flare over there. Just show it there. So you've got a 1, regular flat. We have 2, 3, right, and then this corrective structure over there, 4, 5, and now we're correcting. We're making an A. I was anticipating that we're going to make a B like this. Obviously, this is not, we can't label it a B because it's not 5 waves, or an A because it's not 5 waves. So what we have here is 1, 2, 3. So I'm anticipating another 1, 2, 3, making this a W, X, over there, making this a WXY. If we do get there, so that will be W, that will be X, that will be Y, if we do get there. Like we're getting there at this stage. So let's keep an eye on it and see what goes on. Maybe this deep correction is not going to happen here as yet, but that's not a problem. Let's clear all that and see what we can do now. Let's have a look at this string, because you can see now it's a WXY. We've got already 3 waves over there. That's okay. We can see 3 waves in the lower degree. If it's going to go higher degree than that, we've got these 3 waves. That's clear. So if it's going to go higher degree than that, then we'll keep an eye on it. For now, this is what we're looking at. This is how this looks right now. So this is the 4-hour. So potential crawl up some more over there, making this corrective structure, which is a 1, 2, 3, and then we get more drop to the downside. That's what we're anticipating with all the yen pairs. Further drop to the downside. Okay. We go to the lower time frame, go to the 1 hour, because it looks like it's setting up to go one more up. So you can look this structure in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let's look at it like that. So we're just focusing on the same structure. So this is the structure, 1, 2, the bottom here. So it goes and break the top there. But for now, what it is doing, it's giving us this setup over here, similar to what you had on the US dollar JPY. Let me just use a different color over there. Yellow is always a better color to use over black. Okay, you can see here, it's making a sell structure. So this may have been all the correction here. Over there, 1, 2, we may go for a 3, 1, 2. Actually, you cannot count this one as 1, 2, 3. So this one will be a 1. We are 2. We may go back for one more. Let's do it clearly. Because the swing is this one here, so you can start counting it over there. And if it does this, we need to watch it when it gets to this level. Okay, because it may do this even here, and then go. So it can give us an expanding or a regular flat over there. But for now, it's making this move so we can get this trade. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at. If it reverses here, we're going to look for another trade to the upside. And then if it gets here and reverses, we'll look for another trade to the downside and hold it for some time. So that's how this one is playing out. So that's CAD-JPY. Okay, I think that's all of the yen pairs. And then now we do the Pound-JPY. Then after this, the Pound-JPY, we then do the rest of the pound pairs. So this one will break the flag to the downside. This is a trade that you can take over there. It may be short term because you'll only be targeting over there. Okay, right. So let's go. Right, so that's pound yen. Look at these similarities over here. So pound yen, let's go to the 4-hour first. Okay, so pound yen, I'm going to go higher time frame a bit here. Let's show what we're looking at. Let's take everything off there. Bring up the whole structure. You can see we've got a big impulsive move from route. I'm going all the way up over there. See, that's the structure. That's the impulsive move over there. And now we're getting this correction, but that starts with a impulse as well. So that's a A. So what we're anticipating here is that this is going to make something like this. Something like an A, B, C. But now we're getting this C is quite weird a number of times now, because this is now this impulse now, because you would expect that you would have let's just get that pen out. You've got this impulse in red, and then a correction, and then you will anticipate another impulse. But this is not going down impulsively as the other swing. So what this one did here now is impulse. It made this impulse down, but now it's correcting here slowly. And this corrective structure is not opposing this swing. It's in the same direction. So this is why I was skeptical about buying the pound against the yen when it made this structure. And there's also divergence here on the MACD. And when these structures do something like that, let's just get on the pen out. When these structures do something like that, they are most likely to break to the upside. So right now, okay, it made this corrective structure and we wanted to buy it over there. It actually broke it. We wanted to buy when it broke out, but it keeps reversing on the trend line. Keeps reversing on the trend line, keeps reversing on the trend line. It just reversed this morning on the trend line. So it may crawl back again here. So if it crawls back and then we keep getting divergence, we're going to be buying it right at the bottom of the trend line if it does reverse and give us something like this here. Okay, so that's how we're going to be looking at this one. Let's switch off this one over here. So I'm going to go in to the lower time frame. So this structure is quite interesting. We've seen it in a number of pairs. Let's clear all that. Now get into the lower time frame. See how we can. Okay. I was just sorting out those phones over there. Right, so I'm going to go 1 hour time frame. Just look what's going on here. We're focusing on this structure here now. So this one was going down nice and correctively, and we thought that it was going to break out and go all the way, but it did break out and went, but it didn't go all the way. Now it's coming back. Okay, and it's also making this corrective structure, so which means it may go back and retrace the trend line at the bottom over there. Okay, so we're still anticipating that up move. Still anticipating that up move. And if it may come down here to this level first. So then draw the trend line properly to that level. See, if it reverses over there, we start getting a flag to the upside. I'm not going to sell the pound yen like this, not with this structure here, and not for the long term. So if you are a short-term trader, you like short-term trades, this is the one. You can take this flag to the downside. Okay, but I'll be waiting for this move to the upside. And this move will come and retest over there. We should come and possibly retest over this side. Okay, so let me go clear and show why I wanted to retest that side. Let's clear all that. So if that breaks, I'm going to go back up to the higher time frame, show why we're targeting that area. Okay, there we go. Right, so remember that is that impulse move over there. So what we anticipate is that this correction has started here. Let's get it on there. This correction has started over there. And now we're starting something like this over here. So if this now is going to do something like, let me do it with a different color. Say green here. Okay, so we start breaking out. If we start breaking out of this, we get a flag. We come back here, we retest this level over here. Do it with a straight line. We want to retest this level. So what will this mean to retest this level? This will mean that now we've got a 1, 2, 3. This should come down one more, possibly. Right? This is forecast, and then give us a move to the upside, another move to the upside, before we go all the way lower. Okay, but I think I've run out of space there. Let me just try and move the chart over to the side, show you what I mean again, so it doesn't get confusing. Right, just move it over there. Should be clear now. Policy move to the downside. There, bang. Now it's correcting like this. This could be, get the green. Right, so if that happens, then it means that we're getting this one as a possible expanding flat. Okay, and then that will give us another move to the upside. So what is happening here is that you've got the big impulsive move, and then we start with the impulse. So after the impulse comes correction. Now our correction here in this case is in yellow. That's yellow 1, 2, 3. See? And if you put in the labelings, just put in ABC for the sake of reference. So this correction ABC, but this ABC is only correcting the red move. Okay, and how is the red move playing? It's playing out like this. Let's do that. We've got a correction in yellow. So after correction in yellow, what should you get? You should get a red to the downside. So we may get a big sideways move here with the pound if this plays out the way we forecasting it. So this is how you focus. You see that we've got so many trades ahead on the same pace. If I just put on the labeling over there, this is how this will look. This will be an A in the higher time frame. and this will be a B in the higher time frame, then a C. Okay, and then if you wanted to label it even further, you'll have an A, B, C in the lower time frame again. So this can go on and on and on, and this will just be one big sideways correction before we start dropping from there. So if this plays out like that, that's how we'll be trading. But for now, we need to see this move to the downside. That's what is playing out right now. And if it starts reversing, we'll be trading this to go and at least target over that area. Okay, that's pound yen. If you're a short-term trader, you like it, you can take it over there. All right, let's carry on. So that's all the yen pairs. I don't think I missed anyone. The only one I didn't do is New Zealand. There's nothing much on the New Zealand yen. Right, so let's do the rest of the pound pairs. Let's do pound USD. We come in there. Let's give it a few more seconds. Just loading a bit slowly. Going from the new chart, pound US dollar. So what we're looking for is coming now. Okay, we're still here. Okay, looks like it's frozen a bit. There we go. There we go. This pound has got a very, very nice setup. So let's look at it. As you can see here, we've got a big impulsive move to the from the downside, similar to what we had on Pound-JPY. You've got this big move, and now we're getting this correction over there. But this correction is starting like this. We're starting with a strong impulsive move to the downside. I don't want to do it with the arrow. I want to do it with a normal straight line. Right, so this is the impulsive move down there. So then what is happening here? So what this looks like it's doing something like this. Okay, you get another impulsive move here. To do the different color, 1, 2, 3. Okay, why am I doing it like that? Maybe let me start it with a lower time frame. So if you get an impulsive move, you get another impulsive move. You haven't started correcting yet. So what you have done is you had an impulse. Now this correction starts with another impulse. Now you're getting another impulse. So what is correcting this impulse? This impulse here is being corrected with this move here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you get this move to the upside. So you've got 1, 2, 3 here in yellow, right? So let's just put on the labelings over there for the red one, for the higher time frame. So your red will look something like this: A, and this whole thing here would be a B, A over there. It's getting it wrong over there. Let's just do that. This is supposed to be the C. Just get this one right away. Yeah. Let's do this. A, B, C. That's right. Yeah. Just getting a bit confused over there. Let's get it right now. So you've got the impulsive move to the downside over there. And then you get another impulsive move to the upside. So this one is starting as an impulse, as an A, as a B, as a C. Okay, so this is actually correct. This ABC is correcting this swing. All right, so to make it clear, so we don't get confused. You've got an impulse, you've got an A, you get an A, you get a B, you get a C. Clear like that. So what is that A? This A is an impulse. How is it corrected? With a three-wave move like that. Actually, you should use a different color for this correction in here. And then after that, let me do that. Use a different color, green, to show that this green is correcting only the yellow. This green is correcting only the yellow. And then the yellow continues here on wave C. See there? So you have to now label this to go higher time frame. This will be your A move. This whole thing is an A. This A, B, C is three waves, and that will be your B, higher time frame, and then you'll be looking for a move to the downside. To give you, it will actually be a red. Let's do that one so it can be clear. It will be this red, correction in yellow, and then a drop. See there? Okay? So now we need to come here and look what is going on with this swing to see when we're going to get this drop. Obviously, we need this trend line to break to the bottom, to the downside. So I'm going to remove everything over there so we can go focus on that swing. But just in terms of labeling, and just for the sake of this video, I'm going to put this one as an ABC. It doesn't have to be, it's not necessarily an ABC in the lower degree. See, so it means here, if you look at this wave C here, it's ending up as an impulsive move. And it looks something like this: 1, 2, 3 over there, and then 4 over there, and then we are currently not like that. We're actually going to go to the lower time frame. 3, I said 3. I've actually posted this one before this structure formed here. 3, 4, and then we're anticipating this wave 5 here, right? So we'll be anticipating that at the end of wave 5, we're going to get this drop. You can see here we had an impulse. After that impulse, you had this expanding flat over here. And here we're going to be looking for a structure that is similar to this for wave 4. Whether it's just a 1, 2, 3 pullback, or expanding flat, or a triangle, whichever one is going to give us. So I'm going to focus on this swing. I'm going to all this and focus on this swing. See where we're going to get that drop, and see if we're going to get the divergence as well, because it's important to get divergence between 3 and 4. Okay, so we need those confirmations. Let's drop this one over there. All right, so I'm going to clear and focus on that one. See, there's a question over here. Yeah, you don't just do rectangles. You don't just do rectangles. If it's complicated, you learn it until you get it right. I see somebody saying the ABC are so complicated. They are not as complicated as they look. If you learn and if you attended the training, this becomes second nature. All right, so I'm going to focus on this swing here now. We're on the 4-hour chart now. All right, so just put up the labelings. So that is that swing I was talking about that is ending impulsively here. Excuse me. Right, so we're looking at this swing now. We want the drop here. So we've got the impulse up, and then we get this expanding flat over there, and then we call that one a 2. We put our 3 over here for a reason. Someone can ask why not a 3 over there. So we have to project this one out. I put my 3 above 1,618 extension from there to there, because otherwise, if it does not comply to that, it's not a valid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me. I don't consider it. I don't label it like that. Right, so that's our 3 then. Now we need to see which structure forms right there at the top to build, to see if we've got a nice wave 4 over there. Let's look at it. So we thought this was going to be a wave 4 like that. All right, and now we are pushing higher for another wave 5. So we will need to see that this diverges on the 4-hour to confirm that we are going down. So you can see there is some divergence, but it's not confirmed yet because that move or that peak has not completed yet. We'll see that it goes up. So if this one keeps going up like that and this one keeps going down like that, then we know. So, and this is actually not an ending diagonal. It's just an impulsive move. An ending diagonal with an ending diagonal. Redo that. Let's redo. I want to switch over everything here. So with an ending diagonal, your wave 4 needs to be in the territory of wave 2. So this is my 1, this is my 2. If this is my 3 and this is my wave 4, this is nowhere close to being in this territory over there. As it is required for an ending or a leading diagonal, wave 4 must be in this territory. In this case, it's just a normal impulsive move, but it doesn't make any difference. It's just the name it's given. So now it's making flag here is breaking up to the upside. So we're going to get one more move to the upside for wave 5. Okay. So we can get a short move to the upside. I'm not interested in this upside right now. I'm interested to see the impulsive move to the downside. Okay. So when this breaks to the downside and it does something like this, so if we scroll up to this wave 5 over there, we get a strong impulsive move to the downside, we start getting a flag, then we'll be selling Pound USD for some time with the first target coming down here. All right, but this will be a big move to the downside. So I see Alifra is saying it's difficult to recognize it, but when draw the pattern like this, it's easily understood. Yeah, during the training, that's what I show you, how to identify it, how to spot it from a naked chart. So I know Alif will be attending the next course on the 4th of December. So this is one of the things that you're going to be learning, how to spot these patterns. So it's not only just these patterns. What I'm doing here is very minimal compared to what we do during the course. Because first of all, during the course, you need to know from the very basics, from what is a cycle, what is a wave, what is a sequence, when does it end, when is the turning point, when do we take a trade, strategy development, and all those things. But I don't want to waste time talking about that for now, so we need to finish off the charts. All right, so this one is quite interesting. So we just need to see how the divergence plays out along them. I'm not taking any trade to the downside. Short-term traders can take to a quick trade to the upside for a few pips. But just make sure you take profits also once you get the trade over there. All right, so Pound-CHF, it will be similar. All right, so Pound-CHF. Pound-CHF, this is the move that we had here, and now we are having a pattern that looks like this. This is an expanding flat if it plays out like that. You can see over there. So what is it doing now? What it is doing now is that it has now dropped here. And then after it is now doing this. See here, expanding flat. So we teach you all these patterns with their rules, because they've got rules as well. It's not just 1, 2, 3 is expanding flats. They've got specific rules and as to when will you get an expanding flat, what does it interlink with, what qualifies it to be an expanding flat, regular flat, running flat, and all those things. Right, so now we're getting this move to the downside. So you can see that this is 1, this is 2, we're getting a 3 now to the downside. And if you look at this here, you're getting a flag over here. So here is a trade here. If this breaks to the downside, you take the trade to the downside, you can sell it. Okay? So it is important to only sell or take this trade when it breaks clearly to the downside. Do not be aggressive and take it within the flag, because you can just reverse over there. When it breaks the flag, it means that it is finished this correction and the structure has changed. So if it is not finished completing the structure and you just take a trade over there, you're taking an incomplete setup, because anything can happen in there. It's actually guessing and gambling. But once it is done that, we know that this pattern is completed. Okay, so we're going to have a 1, 2, 3. Don't have to go all the way up here, but here it has broken the top and make the and looks like it's going to be an expanding flat. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at. Look for this setup over there. So let me just go to the 1 hour on this specific flag here to see what it looks like. After you attend the course, this becomes second nature to you. Obviously, with a lot of practice, with a lot of with the right basic training. Okay, so this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, we're looking at this whole corrective structure over there. So this may come here. You can see that in the lower time frame here, you're getting another 1, 2, 3 over there. And then after that, we may drop. So similar to what we're having on pound US dollar, this can crawl up. We're currently on this crawling up move. So it can even come here and break. Doesn't matter. It does that. But once you start getting an impulse like that, and you get another flag to the downside like that, then you're getting a big trade to the downside. Okay, that's Pound-CHF, Pound-CAD. We've already done Pound-JPY. So Pound-CAD. Pound-CAD is forming a structure that's slightly different to the rest here. If I'm looking at it, looks like we are having a flat correction over here. So you can see here on Pound-CAD, that structure that I keep talking about, where you get an impulse and then this thing slows down, similar to what you have on Pound-JPY. You see here when you get an impulse and it corrects like this. See what happens? There was divergence here as well. This is why I did not want to sell the pound yen, because of a structure like this, an impulse and a correction that is in the same direction as an impulse. Look what happened. Okay, so here we look like we are forming a flat. You see here we've got a 1, 2, 3. We've got another 1, 2, 3. Don't be surprised if this comes here and does this. Okay, and if it does this, then we may get another move to the upside, possibly to come retest over there. Okay, so let's look at this on the 1 hour time frame. It looks like we're getting a flag here, which is telling us that this move is going to carry on to the downside. Okay, but we'll have to watch it only up to this level. All right. That's clear. All right, so you can see here we got this move. I'm going to go for 1 hour time frame. You saw this structure here, it's looking like a flat correction, so, but we've got a sell setup here. One. It's getting stuck again. Let's get it on there. This is the 1 hour time frame. There we go. Right. Just focus on this specific pattern. If you know the rules of a flat correction, that's what I've just shown. You get a 1, 2, 3 over there. You're getting another 1, 2, not like that. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you get a 1, 2, 3 over there. So your flat correction is 3, 3, 5. So you've got an impulse here. You're getting this flag here. Doesn't look like a very nice one. Okay, getting a flag like that. But if you go even lower, it looks like you're having this one here. That may just come here and then you come down. So you need to watch this whole pattern, how it unfolds. Okay, but this is a 1 hour time frame. If it just breaks here, you're selling without having to wait for another corrective structure, because this will mean that this corrective structure here is done, because we've got an impulse corrective structure over there. Okay, when it breaks to the downside, you're going to have a trade to the downside, just like that. Okay, that's Pound-CAD, one of my favorite pairs. Made a lot of money on this pair this year. Okay, we're just loading it up. It's Pound New Zealand. Network's still a bit slow. Had a thunder and storm last night in my area. That's why we're having these problems. But we sorted it. So the only problem is when you have to load it for the first time. But once it's loaded, it's good. All right. So I want to show higher time frame on this one. Okay. So it's important to also note that when you label a chart, you do not just go to the latest string and put in it's like you go here, you put in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, without understanding the whole cycle, because Elliot wave it works in cycles, not just waves. So those waves have got cycles as well. So this is why you'll find that my charts have got a full wave count from the monthly time frame, sometimes all the way even to up to the 15-minute time frame. So you do not just come here and label a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, you're gonna make mistakes. You cannot count the sequence correctly if you do not have the full wave count. Okay, that's not loading previous history. I just wanted to show that everything is labeled from way back until where we are currently. Okay, so this is where we are currently. We're just gonna look at it like this. All right, so I've been showing this chart for the last 2 months or so. You get an impulse over there, in yellow, you get a correction. In red, 1, 2, 3, expanding flat, giving you wave 2, but then you get another impulse internally. This is an internal wave count. I'm gonna use the correction in a different color over there. Call it pink because it is a lower degree. This you can see even in terms of size and personality, this one is smaller than this one. So this will be a 1, 2, and then you get another impulsive move to the upside in green. This is still internal. Remember, this is still an internal move, and then you get this, corrective structure over there. I've shown this corrective structure before. Maybe if I just switch this off for now and show you that corrective structure, how it plays out. Plays out something like this with a green over there, green impulse. Okay. To that, you need to get another green. So you get a green. If you go lower, green is being corrected by 1, 2, 3 over there. So making this A, B, C, this degree, and then we mark all of these corrections like that. I'm marking this one with the blue color, blue color, blue color. So this was a very complicated one, or not so complicated if you understand what you're doing, because this one is neither a regular flat nor a running flat or any of those corrections. So this one was quite interesting to trade. So after this, we got all these pips to the upside. We exited somewhere around this area. It dropped. We thought it was going all the way down, but then we made another push to the upside. So how do we now put on the labelings on this one? You see, this is an impulsive move to the 1, 2, So this is the higher degree. So lower degree, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your 3 will be here. The higher degree wave 3. So what if this is wave 3, then you need to get a wave 4. So what I actually thought was that we're going to get a wave 4 that does something like this before we go for a 5. Okay, and I'll show you why that idea was invalidated and why this is actually going to be our wave 4 here, instead of getting this one similar to the rest of the other corrections. Okay, even though this one looks impulsive, it was a clear 3-wave move. Okay, let's undo the last part. So we are there on wave 3. Internally, we've got, let's put in the internal one as well. Spend a bit of time on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this 5 is only completing the lower degree, which means we still have more to the upside. So this looks like an impulsive move to the downside, but when you look closely, and I had to go to the 15-minute time frame to see that this one was actually a 1, 2, 3, and that will mean that that is actually our wave 4 over there. Okay. All right. So if this is our wave 4, it means we are already on our way to wave 5. We're already on our way to wave 5, and as we are on our way to wave 5, we are getting this connective structure here. Looks familiar, right? Look at all this connective structure, what we get here. We've got a 1, 2, 3. Okay, can be a complex. You can see here there's a possibility that this can do this and do one, not like that, and do 1, 2, 3, and does another 1. I mean, we've seen this before happening. We've seen it happening here. There's nothing that stopped this from happening here. So this can come down here again before we carry on with this move. See, for our wave 5, we are still on our way to wave 5, and we can project our wave 5 target. It's way out of the screen, so if I had to pull this out, the zoom notation will be out. So target here on this is around the 1,97 area. Okay, minimum. That's what we're looking for. So if this breaks out of this structure, we'll be buying some more of the pound. Okay, so right now it's dropping with the rest of the pound pairs, but that drop, we don't expect that to be the move to the downside. Okay, so I'm going to clear and focus on the last piece there. See how this will be looking going forward. You can see here we had switch off there. We had our structure here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we get an impulse move to the upside, and now we're getting some sort of a correction over there. So I thought this was going to be a correction or a further move to the upside. So if it does not go immediately, it may do that move that I was talking about just now. Let's go lower time frame on that. Okay. All right. Okay, we got this short move to the upside over here, and now we're dropping. Okay, so we have this move over here. We have this move over here. And we have 1, 2, 3. After that, you get the red over there, could make a running flat. This red could make a running flat. And then you get another yellow over there. Okay, and that will be an A, B, C move. So we could still drop a little bit more here. Okay, so I think for now on this pair, we must be getting this sell here, just targeting at least minimum this area over there. Okay, so this is how you identify the waves, because the market moves in waves, doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in waves, sound, light. You've seen the water in the ocean. If there was no waves, the water would just be still and stagnant. Okay, so you need a pulse. So here we've got a setup here. Let's put it on there. Got a setup here. You can sell this one here with a stop over here. Okay, it's an entry, stop over there, short trade. Watch what it does when it gets to the trend line here. You need to keep an eye. If we're going to go all the way down, you need to keep an eye on it. Okay, but the overall structure, if this is the corrective structure, and it looks corrective to me, I can even move this trend line like this now. I can adjust the trend line. This is looking very corrective. So watch what it does when it comes to this level over here and onto the trend line. You'll be holding this trade from here with a stop here. Doesn't matter what happens here. So once it moves a couple of pips in profit, you're going to move it to break even and see what happens. If it goes all the way down, then you're in luck. We don't trade in luck though. So that's how this one is looking for now. Okay, so you can see that this is 1, 2, 3 here, and this one is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there. Right, so that's pound New Zealand, pound AUD, another one of my favorites. Look at pound AUD. Similar structure over there. So this one also similar to the pound New Zealand. We still have, looks, the sequence is still not completed to the upside. Okay, this one has made a 1, 2, 3 over there, right? This one is a zigzag as opposed to the regular flat that we saw in the other pair. So it looks like we're getting another corrective structure over there. Okay, so this can drop slightly. We can get another move to the upside if this breaks out of this corrective structure over here. So watch this corrective structure. Watch if it breaks to the upside. So there's no need to wait for another correction. So you can just take it from there with a stop over there. Okay, but you need to be careful if it gets to this area, because it may just do a 1, 2, a 3 before it goes up again, making a big sideways move. But it doesn't matter. You keep an eye on it. You can still take the trade if you're a short-term trader. All right, but because you're looking for upside, even if you're looking for this move to the upside, you must take this trade. Okay, that is pound AUD. Now let's do the euro pairs. Right, so let's do the euro pairs. Start with the euro AUD. One of the pairs with an interesting structure. Euro AUD. Okay, I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame on this one. So last week I indicated why we are now bullish on the euro. The bullish sequence in the euro is not completed yet, and it's quite clear why. All right, so you can see I want to put up the whole chart. So those who are learning a structure like this, then how do you start with the labelings? You cannot just come and start with what you're looking at here. The labeling starts from the whole cycle, from the monthly, filling it in all the way down to where you want to take the trade. So here, very interesting. You've got, there's a big move to the upside, from the upside. As you can see over there, there's a big move over there. Euro AUD. So this, what is happening here is correcting that big move coming from the upside. So let's look at this. Let's see how interesting this move is. Okay, let's start. So you have the impulsive move to the downside, and now you started with the corrective structure over here. Let's put it on there. One more space. See, where do you start now putting the labels? Where do you say 1, where's your 2, where's your 3? This is where training is essential to trade this kind of pattern. So here, look here. That's the one swing, that's a big correction over there. So you'd be anticipating another move that is similar or equal to this one over here. How's the labeling on there? That is your A, that is your B, that is your C. Okay? And how does the count look? Look how it started over here. Look at the personality here. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, giving us wave 1 here. A big wave 1. So all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is represented in this one. Then you get a 1, 2, 3. That is a big wave 2. Okay, 1, 2. Will this be your 3? If you have to measure this, that cannot be a 3. It will still be equals to this one. So your 3 should be at the top there. Lower degree. Okay. You have to measure this. You need to confirm that our wave 3 is beyond the 1,618. 1, 2. This is the 1,618. So this can be a valid wave 3 over here. Okay, so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the ABCs over there. Okay. Switch off. Switch on. Get all the clutter off. Let's switch off what we don't want. We want the 1,618. We don't want the 618. Okay. That's all we need over there. So look how interesting this is going to be now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there. But on this string, remember this was that first string over here, and this is the big correction in the middle over there. 1, 2, 3. Look what happens. Exactly what happened over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See. A, B, C. A, B, C. See here, we're just copying what is happening here. So here I think I made a bit of a mistake in this 1, 2. This must be my 3 over here. I'm just gonna scratch it out. I hope you can still see clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. A, B, C. Okay, what does that mean? Let's get a higher time frame. This is your wave 1. This is your wave 1. This is your wave 2. This is your wave 1. This is your wave 2. What happens after that? You just get a big impulsive move to the upside. What happens after 2? You get a big impulsive move to the upside. So any corrective structure that you get, you can see here, last week we got this corrective structure, which I saw a lot of support and resistance traders trying to sell it, thinking that it was going all the way down, thinking maybe it's a head and shoulder here. Okay, it's not a head and shoulder. Okay, there are places where a head and shoulder can happen. I don't trade head and shoulder. I've traded it before, and I know the flaws of support and resistance because it was once a strategy that I traded, and I actually was very profitable on it. So I know the flaws of this strategy. Okay, so clearly you get a 1, 2, right? You get a 3, 4, 5. Similar here, we are waiting for this one to confirm a wave 3 here. It has not reached a level where we can label it a wave 3 because it needs to, we want it to go beyond the 1,618 extension. Over there, you can see right now it is only up to the equal leg. So 1,618 is still quite above there. It's still quite higher. So now let's go to this corrective structure. Let's clear everything. You can see here to show that we are not done with the move up. It is giving, when it gives you a corrective structure, then it's showing you it's still loading up for more. Got this correction, 1, 2, 3. After that, it makes an impulse and a flag. See here, you could have entered here. Clear flag here. So now we wait and see what happens here. It will be very risky if it makes a corrective structure here and you want to buy, because this may not go as fast. But the target is still 5 here, so we may still go because we are on the way to a 5. Okay. So that's how we're looking at Euro Audi. The sequence is still to the upside, and last week we also changed the sequence for Euro-CAD to be bullish as well, because there was also this pattern. So you can see here, this would have been a very nice head and shoulder on the previous one. So similar to this one, you can see here we've got a big correction here in the middle, and we're still bullish CAD as well. And to show that we're still bullish, let me just clear this one up. And to show that we're still bullish, let me just show why. We've got this 1, 2. We still want this to go more here because this is 3 waves over here. So we still want it to go some more. So if we keep getting, see here, you got a corrective structure here, similar to what you would have got on the Euro Audi. If we keep getting structures like this, we keep buying them. And you'll find that you get impulses like this, they come to the trend line. Sometimes it pushes through the trend line a bit. You just have to adjust the trend line until it goes to the target that we're looking for. Okay? Then we start looking for a change. But if it keeps doing corrective structures like this, we keep buying to the upside. Okay, that's Euro-CAD, Euro-New Zealand, similar. Bullish sequence on Euro-New Zealand. Okay, so we need to keep looking at these structures. Here it made a zigzag. This one made a zigzag, unlike the others that made rest 1, 2, 3. So if it keeps doing this, you see here it makes an impulse, makes a corrective flag. So we could have taken a trade here as well to the upside. So now it is on this level. So what could happen here? Could come down here for more, and then it will be a bigger corrective structure and still it to the upside. Because we are still bullish. We still have a bullish sequence on these ones. So you see here, you still have a lot of trades. So if it corrects here like this, then it means that we carry on with the move to the downside. If it makes an impulse and a flag to the downside, one more down. Okay. Next, Euro Pound. Okay, Euro Pound. So this one, we have this impulsive move. We had a big impulsive move to the upside. Then it reversed over there. So now it is making this move here, which is a 1, 2, 3. And now we're anticipating a drop here. We have this drop already. Let me make this one in yellow to show that we're in the yellow degree now. We had this drop, not like that. My mouse is a bit jumpy. We had this drop over here. Okay. And now it's doing something like this. Maybe something like this. If it does something like this, it's giving you an opportunity to get an entry, to keep selling it to the downside. We have pulled back here. So wait for the move to the downside, see if it goes down. If you get a sell setup, you need to take it because it may go all the way down without giving us this move here. Okay, so any sell setup on this one, you take. Okay. Okay, we're getting something that looks like similar to an impulse, but you cannot just rely on the naked eye to see this. You need to get the whole pattern and the interlinking of the structures. All right, so Pound-CHF, very interesting one. Okay, so Pound-CHF. Let's put on. We are having an ending diagonal. So now you can see this one is one that clearly confirms a ending diagonal on this structure. You can see that you've got a wave 3, wave 4, 5 internally on this. As you can see, the sequence is still not done. I'm only on wave 3 here. How do I know that I still have to go down more up? Because the sequence, that's what the sequence is telling me. So I've got this ending diagonal here, 3, 4, then we start with a 1, we've got a 2, we've got a 3 over there. Okay, we've got a 4. Now we're going for wave 5. Again, you can see that this wave 4 is in the territory of 1 and 2. So that's why we call it a diagonal. Okay. So now we're getting that. So you're also getting here a corrective structure. Risky to buy it here, though. But if you get a corrective structure, you may get a move to the upside. And typically with diagonals, you find that wave 5 pushes out here. So you may get a bigger trade than you anticipated here before you actually drop to the downside. Okay, that's that's Euro-CHF. New Zealand CAD, I'm going to do this pair long-term for a long-term 1 day. So you can see why we're anticipating a big move to the upside on this pair. Okay, so there's only thing that you need to look out for here. You'll see that we already have divergence. We're anticipating a reversal on this pair. If I get a chance one day, I'm going to do this one from the monthly all the way down to where we want to take this trade. So here we're getting this setup here. It has broken out. It is making a flag on the trend line. You see here. And this flag is on the 4 hours. So if you go to the 1 hour time frame, you find that this flag is much longer. So you need to only take when it breaks out of here. So divergence is telling us that maybe we may be getting a reversal. How far will it go? We have to let this lead us. So we'll take it here and see what happens when it gets here, because it could be just doing this 1, 2, 3 for a further move to the downside. Okay, but we trade it one step at a time. One step at a time. So this is the step that we're in now. We'll be taking this one here, taking it up all the way. So if it breaks out, because it will be, if it breaks out, it will be breaking out of the bigger structure. I'll show the bigger structure that it will be breaking out of. It will be breaking out of this here. So then we'll know that this structure here is done if we get a break like that over there, a clear break to the upside. Okay, that's New Zealand CAD, AUD CAD. See what AUD CAD is doing. Okay, we've got an impulsive move to the downside. So this one is, it's currently in correction over there. We're currently correcting over here. We've got a 1, we've got a 2, we've got a 3 over here. And then it makes this impulsive move to the downside. So we need to see if it's going to make a flag here for a further downside. But there's another alternative. Let me just see if I can see it here. Okay, so another alternative. This could be the impulse, and this could be the impulse. Let me do it clearly. That impulse. So this could be the impulse that we're looking for. And then this could be a 1, a 2, a 3 before we start another move to the upside. So we need to be careful. There's 2 here. So we could be starting something like this. So the market can trade corrective structures as well. Some people may be wondering what I mean by that statement. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, you may be getting it to correct that, and then you start going like that. So this is now when we start talking about sequences, swing sequences, and not impulsive move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 7, you've got 3, 5, 11 sequences. Those are the kind of sequences that you have. So this could, I know this is getting complicated here. I think maybe let me just leave it here. This is for the advanced traders. So here you've got a 1, 2, 3. You've got a 1, 2, 3 correction. It's not a 5 waves. It's a 1, 2, 3. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 structure as well. So you get this 1, 2, 3. So you may get another 1, 2, 3 correcting all of this. And then you start trending just like that. Okay, so if it's confusing, that's what we teach in the course. You can join the course and learn these things. All right. Let's move on, see if I still have more. So let me rather than do all the rest of the CAD pairs, and one of my favorite CAD pairs is CAD-JPY. You need to go and watch the video that I did on how to trade WXY. I did a detailed analysis on this one and how we're trading this one. So look how complicated it looks without any labeling. Okay, without any labeling, where do you start? Where do you put in your numbers? Okay, so we've got an impulsive move here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're getting a 1, 2, 3 wave correction. Let me show that correction over there. So this will be your impulse over here. Big impulsive move to the upside. What happens after that? You get a 1, 2, 3. 1. I don't want to do the arrow. Do the straight line. You get a 1. You get a 2. You get a 3. And then after that, you get a similar 1, 2, 3, opposing this move. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you get another 1, 2, 3. So if you've learned all the patterns that we teach, this would have been so easy. Obviously, you need to know when they happen. So you've got a zigzag, we call it a W. You've got a interconnector, X, and you've got a Y. Okay? Looks complicated when I'm doing it, but once you have learned and you grasp the concept, this becomes second nature. So here we've got a clear 1, 2, 3 waves. Right? So we'll be anticipating a reversal here soon on this pair, because you've got a zigzag here, you've got a regular flat over there that is now completed. So this may reverse anytime. I see there's some sort of a divergence. It may reverse here. I don't know if it reverses, whether it will be continuing with this impulsive move in yellow to the upside, or it can just do this for us. It can just do this. So if anybody is interested on a trade here, you could get something like this as well. This is just one of the possibilities. You don't know whether this correction is enough for this to continue, or whether you may get a X. Let's do that. You may get an X. Let's put it back over there. And then a Z. What will this Z structure be? Nobody knows. No one knows. It can be anything. It can be a zigzag, can be a triangle, can be anything. Okay? So here, this is what you need to look at. The break of this trend line to the upside. You're going to get a trade. How far will it go? Target this area. Okay, so you will need to wait for something like an impulse, C move, and a correction. We actually took this trade here for a couple of pips. I think that's about 200 pips that we got out of this trade. It is actually on TradingView. I've posted it and I've updated it step by step. So this is what we do in our group. So when I post a trade like that, for example, like this one here, we sold it over here. When it made an impulse and a correction, we sold. When it pulled back here, I posted it also. I also updated it on TradingView, and I said we're selling it again here. We sold. When it did this here again, we sold again. Okay, so now it does not look like it's reversing, but we have to see what it looks like after it has made this move. So if it corrects again, and we're going to be looking at another alternative count. But if it doesn't do that and it gives us this, and then we start doing this, then we are getting ready for another move to the upside. Whether it's an impulsive move or a correction, doesn't really matter. All we know is that it will be going upside if it does that. Nice pair here. But you can see here it goes very slow. But when you know what is going on, you will take the trade. Just I call it set and forget. We set it and forget it. You just come in for adjustments only. That's all we do. Okay, so that's CAD-JPY. All right, I think we've done all the CAD pairs out in New Zealand. So out in New Zealand, we had this move. I'm on the 4-hour chart here. So as you've seen here, as I said, just because the charts here are mostly on the 4-hour chart doesn't mean I trade the 4-hour chart. They are labeled from the monthly all the way to the 15-minute time frame. So we get an impulse move to the downside. You get a correction here. 1, 2, 3 over there. So we may get another move to the downside in yellow. Okay, but it does not go in a straight line. We're getting an impulse here. So here you're getting a very nice corrective flag here. I'm actually anticipating a big move to the downside here. I posted this one on TradingView thinking that this was a corrective structure. We're going to go get one more up before we get down. But we got this down here. We got this correction over here. Now we're getting this down again, and we're getting this nice correction here. Keep an eye on this correction for a break to the downside. You're going to get a big trade to the downside. You're going to be holding it for a couple of weeks. Let's just put it up there. Just updated this one. I haven't. Okay, so if you want to get these setups, follow me on TradingView. Obviously, I do not post everything here. I just post a few charts on TradingView. And I also don't post the detail here. I don't tell you where to buy, when to take profits. I expect you to use your own strategy. We use our strategy in our premium group because everybody in our premium group, in our trading group, has been trained and understand this strategy. Okay, so that's out in New Zealand. Out in New Zealand, out in Chief. So this is Audi Chief. We go to the daily time frame here on Audi Chief, or maybe even the weekly. For quite some time. Okay, so this is the weekly chart. You can see here we've got a diagonal. And this diagonal is an A, B, C. It's opening on wave C. So after wave C, you can see the diagonal. What I said about the diagonal usually pushes up to wave 5 before it drops. Pushed up to wave 5, it dropped. Now it's giving us what looks like a regular flat. So you will be getting still downside if we are going to complete this flat correction here, and that will give you something like this. Remember, this is a weekly, so we're talking a lot of pips here. That is your 1, 2, 3 ABC, and then it will give you another move. Maybe after that one is completed, we're gonna get this one to the upside. Remember, out in New Zealand, I said a big move to the downside. This is also correlating with this one, still a big move to the downside. So let's go to the latest swing here and see what we're getting over there. So we're anticipating a move to the downside here. So look at this one here. So now if you look at this, that structure, that remember the structure where you get an impulse and then it starts correcting slowly. What I was showing you was the weekly chart. So it doesn't mean that from there it's going to drop all the way. So what could happen here? You've got an impulse here. You're getting this corrective structure here. We may come back here, take before we go. So if we get a nice corrective structure like this one here, and we get a reversal with a nice correction here, then we're going to be taking this one further to the downside. As you can see, the weekly sequence is still down for some time. Okay, for a couple of 100 pips on this one as well. Okay, so here for now, let me put on the indicator. So you can see that they must show there will be divergence over there. Just put on the indicator over there. I am sure there's divergence. You see what I mean? Clear. So you've got to move lower lows, lower lows. What is the indicator doing? Higher highs, higher highs. Okay, so we may be getting a move to the upside. First, initially to take that, Then maybe we get a move like that, 1, 2, 3, a nice structure. It will be a very nice structure if it does that. Then we'll sell it nicely. If we get a flag like that, we'll sell it long term to the downside. Okay. That is how the chief actually haven't done gold. All right. So gold, I think I've got an idea posted on gold. I can just go to that gold idea correlation with the pound JPY. Let's look at that one over there. Trend gold over there. Okay, it's a bit slow. Maybe we can just take it straight. Gold. All right, so let me do gold and oil, and that will be it. Okay, are you getting a buy setup on gold? Now you've got this move to the downside over there. You've got this move here, getting this move here, you're getting what looks like a corrective move here. So here you're getting a buy setup. If you get this setup here to come target this area over there, you may still get another downside here on gold, another up, and another down like that. And this will be a 1, 2, 3. That's a number labeling over there. So this will be a WXY. So if you want to understand this labeling, there is a full analysis on this pair coming from the 31st of July. You'll see that this green degree has been coming along together with the rest of the analysis over here. Okay, so why am I looking at it like that? Let me just give you a bit more clarity. So you've got here, you've got an implied, but instead of getting a correction, what do you get? You get another impulsive move to the upside. You get another impulse, you get impulsive move to the upside, but you don't get a correction still. So you get another impulsive move to the upside. So you can see here, I already have 3 degrees. So now, after this one, now we started correcting the green. You can see that the green now is being corrected over here. How far will this correction go? It may come all the way up to where this correction started. If it does that, then you're getting a regular, possible regular flat. All right, so after the correction comes impulse. That's natural. That's what should happen. You get something like that. So this could be a regular flat like that. But what is that green correcting? It's correcting your red. This is your red. So if this is a red, so this means this whole thing is a red correction. What must happen after the correction? You must get an impulsive move to the upside. Okay, so if this is red, what is this red correcting? It's correcting the yellow degree. So what should come after the red? You should get an impulsive move to the downside. So what happens after that impulsive move to the downside? Then that big move continues. And what is this big move? Let me do it with a different color. Moving with an arrow, with pink. You can see that this big move here is being corrected by this whole yellow here before we go all the way up here. Clear like that. I have just only done the patterns. I haven't put in the labeling over here. Okay. So what are we looking for on gold? We're looking for this move to carry on, the green correction. See, it's going correctively. We're looking for this one to carry on over there up to that area. So if you get a move, if you get a reversal there, a sharp move there, you're going to get wait on another correction, come down all the way down, all the way there. Then if you reverse over there, you wait for another correction. See, you'll never run out of trades. If you reverse there, when it takes the red top or breaks it a bit, if it breaks it, it's fine. It's allowed. It will be only making an expanding flat. Right? Look at that. If we get that, we're going down. Okay? If we reverse here, we get an impulse, then we get a bigger one to the upside. Okay. Easy like that. Silver is exactly similar to gold. All right, so you can see here, similar to gold, what do you have? You get a big move to the downside. What do you get? Do you get a correction? You don't get a correction. What do you get? You get a move to the upside. Do you get a correction? Not really. You get another move to the downside. Green. What is this thing doing here? It is busy correcting the green. It looks like this one has completed over here, and you may be getting a green that ends something like this over here. But nevertheless, this is still the green degree, even if it does this. Okay, and you see getting some sort of a flag here to show that you may get a down move. So it will still be a green degree over there. Let's take it off and put it in one straight line over here. So come tag here, regular flat in green. What should happen after the green? You should get a red because that green is correcting the red. I'm sure for beginners, this is getting complicated. But that's what trading is all about, is to uncomplicate this. The guys in my group understand this. They actually post trades and show these patterns now. Okay, so I always tell my guys that don't impress me with all the labelings, impress me with the patterns, because anybody, after I've done this, look what happens after I've done this. Okay, so let's say you get maybe another drop here. You get another drop before we go up. How easy it is to label this. So let's say this is your A, first move. If this is your A, then it means it's being corrected by the red. So your B is going to be here, and then you're going to get your C. Pull the red, there's your A, there's a B, that's your C. Let's go label the green, this is your A, this is your B, that's your C. C. Labeling is irrelevant if you do not know what you are doing. It's very simple to label after you've identified the patterns. So that's silver and gold. Lastly, oil. Lastly, oil, and I'm going to tell you a bit about the costs. To oil, if it loads, okay. Right, so oil, we've got a bullish sequence. If I go to the daily now, let's quickly go to the daily. We've got a bullish sequence on oil here. Let's get it loading. Right, so this is the sequence that we're looking at on oil. We are looking at 1, 2, 3. So if every time on oil, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I said when we were here, we said we wanted to get a deeper correction, but we only got this, and then it broke out. Okay, I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame and show you how easy it is to trade oil. All right, so if you look at this, you get a lower time frame, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're anticipating something similar, like a deeper correction. The reason why I'm looking for a deeper correction is so that we can complete this swing over here. Okay, so let's just focus on this swing on the 4-hour time frame. I'm going to go to the 4-hour and look at that swing. Let's clear all that. See how easy it is to trade oil. Oil is so easy to trade, especially when you've got a trend identified and the sequence identified. Okay, come now. Let's do it one more time. Okay, there we go. So this is how easy it is to trade oil. So you've got the swing identified. We know we're on an uptrend. So every time oil pulls back, let me show this whole swing on the screen over here. Every time we know that this is the swing that we're looking at. Look how easy it is to trade oil. 1 impulse, 1, 2, 3 correction. You buy this correction, break out of this. All right, any other move here, it's not so clear. It looked like it was going down, so you would not have taken this one. That's fine. This one looked like it was going down, so this would have been a short move to the downside. Because we know the sequence is up, you will only wait for this to break to the upside, and you will take the trade. Moves up, corrective flag, you buy. Corrective flag, you buy. Here, it would have taken you out. That's okay. But the overall structure here is this one. When it corrects like that, you buy. It corrects again, you buy. Corrects again, you buy. Corrects, you buy. Here, it corrects, but does not break to the upside. Okay, only here it starts breaking. So that is all you need to do with oil. Every time it corrects, the sequence is still far from over. Every time you get a correction like that, it's better to get a deeper one than you just keep buying on this on oil until the sequence ends. So you can still be buying oil even up to next week. So just wait for these corrective flags to enter. It's so easy. Look how many we've got everywhere. Flags. Okay, this one was for the down move. This one for the down move it was busy correcting here. Move, it was busy correcting. That's how easy it is to trade oil. Okay, thank you guys for attending. I think the video is much better now than what we had yesterday. The connection was terrible. So if you want to get hold of me, if you want to inquire about the course, just about the course, our last one for this year is going to be from the 4th of December. Okay, so I just want to give you my details if you want to get hold of me. My email address is vmangena@gmail.com. That's where you can find me, and my phone number is 08279. Let's put in the international one over here. That's this plus 27. Plus 27827966. Those are my contacts over here. vmangena@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll send you more details about the course. But the course is going to be next week. So for details as the timing and all that, send me an email, and I'm gonna send you the information. Okay. All right. So that's it, guys. Thank you for attending. All the best for the week ahead. So I think I've indicated this on the first part of the video. You can also follow me on TradingView to get some of the setups, even though we don't post everything on TradingView, but you can follow me. That is my profile on TradingView. Okay. I just want to show it's vmanena on TradingView. Can also, if you want to get the links for the webinars, because that's my profile on TradingView, follow me. You'll get some updates in the chat. So just to show you how I do if I post an idea on TradingView. If I post an idea on TradingView, let me go to US dollar JPY. I don't know if I indicated this one on the part 1 of this video. This is how you will get it. Let's go to the second page. There you go. All right, so while that is loading, you can also find me on Telegram, mostly this is where you will find me on this Telegram group called Trading Waves. That is t.me/trading_waves. That's where I usually post the links for the webinars. And these webinars are going to be on Sundays at 1800 South African time. That is 1600 GMT. Okay, so this is how I post the ideas. So I've posted an idea, US dollar JPY. I would usually make an update. You can see here, it broke the flag. I was anticipating that it would break the flag. It breaks the flag, makes another flag. I update. It breaks the flag again, moves to the downside. You can see it keeps going. Makes another flag. I update. It breaks. I update. It was making another one. I updated. right? So here, made 20 November, it was making another flag. It breaks to the downside. I update. So here it pulls back up. I update that we're going to get a pullback. We do get a pullback. This morning, I updated that we're getting a pullback. We're about to break these. And 20 minutes later, the flag was being broken to the downside. And then we are on the way down here on Pound-JPY. So I will not send a spam of ideas. If I post an idea, I will update it on the same idea, on the same chart. Okay, so that's how I do that. So you've seen where you can find the video links. You can also under my status on TradingView. This is the link for the webinars. Okay, and also here I will post the link for this video on TradingView, so that for those that did not attend this one there, they can actually just watch it over here. Thank you guys for attending. If there's any questions, I'm going to stop the recording on Zoom and just carry on with the YouTube so that the video does not get so long. Let me just see if there's any questions over here. There's no questions, so I'm going to end the video. Any question? One more question, guys, before I close it. All right. Otherwise, thank you. Have a safe week, guys. Cheers.